in the comments below if you see this. We had Saints versus Falcons. The wow emoji for the Saints, the heart emoji for the Falcons. Let me know, who do you guys got and who do you guys got and who and like and why. So, guys, let's go ahead and jump over into the comments here. Wayne G's says the key to this game is to start Michael Penix. Wayne, you are Mark, you are laughing about this. Like, why are you laughing about this?
Oh, I'm not laughing about the topic. I'm just laughing that, of course, Wayne's chiming in and wants Michael Penix to start. Like, right. I just know him. He's a good guy, and I just knew that was his opinion on him. So it just makes me laugh that, of course, he said that.
Yeah, and honestly, I am with Wayne G. You went out, you spent a first-round pick on Michael Penix Jr. Kirk Cousins really hasn't been living up to the hype per se. Why not start Michael Penix Jr.? Like, I guess $180 million reasons why it's not to start him, I guess, but it is what it is. But Wayne, I like Michael Penix Jr. I liked him when like he was here at Indiana, and I loved him when he was in Washington. Kevin Cummings is in the chat. He says, at the Titans, go Dirty Birds. I don't know what the Titans have to are in this conversation, but hey, go Dirty Birds. Do the Dirty Bird swag, right? Mike McSwagger is in the chat. He says, Demario Davis is out. That will help Kirk Cousins. And also the Saints center is out as well. Yeah. You say he is a beast. Like, what makes him a beast? You like you think, Mark?
I just think he's like the key to their defense. You know, most of the time the linebacker is the guy that, gets all the play calls and he gets everybody in line. He's just super important to them. So him being out is huge.
Yeah, I mean, of course, anytime you have a starter out, obviously it's very, 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 very big. Mick McSwagger thinks that the Saints are going to win this game. Thank you for your thoughts on that. Biggest Brown fan says start on the Browns. We'll be talking about the Browns here in 4 games. They are our 5th game on the dot. No, that's the Broncos. I'm sorry. The where are the Browns?
Come on, get it together.
They are game 11, so they're the afternoon game. So we got a little while before we talk on the Browns, but we definitely will be talking about the Browns. And Kevin Cummings says Carr is going to do Carr things. Eventually, he'll go back to being shitty. He does this every season. Mark, you as a Broncos fan, me as a Chiefs fan, we kind of know this firsthand. Like, do you think Kevin's right?
I kind of do, man. After them being so good these first 3 weeks, I'm kind of waiting for it. I'm like, I keep thinking in my head, what is the key? Why is he playing so well? Like, is it really Clint Kubiak that's like dialing up these play calls? It's just really working out, or is it finally all clicking for him? I'm not sure.
Yeah, and to be honest, the Raiders always Raider things, and I think mainly it was because of Derek Carr, right? Derek Carr and the Raiders were always good for 8 games, whether it's 8 games beginning of the year or 8 games at the end of the season. They could never put a full 16, 17 game together. So, Kevin, I think you're right. I think Derek Carr will eventually do Derek Carr things and become shitty. I just don't think it's going to be like consecutively. He'll have back-to-back bad games because I do think the Falcons will come out on top on this one, but they'll get back on track eventually. Mick McSwagger says Atlanta has 2 starting linemen out. Cousins might have happy feet. See, Mick, the good thing about Kirk Cousins is he can have all the happy feet he wants, but he's so slow that he could be moving those feet a million miles a minute, but he's not going to get out of the pocket. He's still going to sit there. He's still going to, die and knows the defense and still do well. The good thing about Kirk Cousins is it's not a primetime game, and he is a great quarterback with his non-primetime games. So Mick McSwagger also says Carr needs a great O-line to play with. Philly was on his ass. Yeah. He was. they were. Biggest Brown fan says Drake London and Kyle Pitts need to step up, which Kyle Pitts, I was almost ready, Mark, to give him the bust label we'll be honest. What the Falcons drafted him, like 4th or 5th overall? And hell, he didn't score a touchdown his first whole season, was the first season and a half. I was like, and then finally,
that was ridiculous.
Yeah, and like a lot of and finally you're like, you saw like, hey, he scored a touchdown. Things are looking up, and he kind of went back in the shadows. But now, last game, he did kind of step up a little bit. Is Kyle Pitts a key to the Atlanta Falcons' success, Mark, one way or the other?
I think so. I think just because you need him to play well, like you said, he didn't score his whole first year. He finally has a decent quarterback that can get him the ball. So if they don't utilize him this year, it really will be a bust.
Yeah. So would you trade him?
I mean, you probably could get something for him. You could. I don't know if I necessarily would if I was a GM, because I'm kind of like you. I'd want to be wait and see to see what happens still. But I don't know. It's a possibility.
Yeah, but at some point it's kind of shit or get off the pot time. But Wayne G said it's just slow it down, baby. Slow it down. Pitts could be a late bloomer like David Njoku. Could be. We will see. And Kevin Cummings says blame Pitts on the lack of production from the quarterback and the offensive coordinator. We could. We could, or we could also blame all the drops that he had as well. Before we get into the next game here, Kevin Cummings wants to see Kirk Cousins do the Dirty Bird. Wouldn't that be some shit if they actually brought the Dirty Bird back?
I bet you it comes back this year. I bet you. Just wait, man.
Because they was it the Divas that kind of did it last game? Like they tried to do it, but it was like they're like, maybe not.
Right.
It is what it is. Next game up on the dock.